Here's the end of a Monday night. It's almost 5 o'clock in the morning. It started slow. The first 3 hours I had 2 trips. Then after that I got so busy. It was one right after another. Solid from about, I guess 9 o'clock till 2, 3. Then I think between 2:30 and 4 I had a nap. I went to sleep. Then I had another call, and as soon as I did that one, I went back to the parking lot to watch some video and got another call and dropped that one off downtown. Now it's almost 5. Yeah, this Monday night was pretty good. I'm not complaining. I'm right on schedule. Talk to you tomorrow. Well, right now it's 7:24 in the evening on the Tuesday, the 19th of July. And I just dropped off my first customer in the evening. The interesting thing is that she was also my last customer in the morning. I took her to work in the morning. Now I'm taking her to a friend's house. Or I took her to a friend's house. And it was a good fare too, $18. So can't complain. The light will be changing, and then we will continue, and I'll let you know how the night went at the other end of it. The time is now 5:23 in the morning. I have fallen asleep enough times. It was a slow Tuesday night. Well, slow by the standards of this time of year. And now in the morning it still looks like it's slow. It looks like there's some rain clouds in the distance to the south there. And, they look awful dark. That could rain really good. Should I go wash the car anyway? Well, I might as well. I might as well wash the car anyway. Shake out the mats, wash the mats. See, down there to the west, it doesn't look so nice either. So to the south and to the west, the dark clouds. Yeah. I watched a fair amount of video, a couple of feature-length movies and a couple of hour-long History Channel specials. I gotta go do my exercises this morning too. I'm still pretty tired. Yeah, I'll head down to the car wash just in case. Wash the car, clean it out. Yeah, the trips were few and far between tonight. It was just a lot of waiting, a lot of sitting, a lot of killing time. I guess I did all right. A friend called me up to give him a $25 ride. That really helped a lot. I didn't expect it. Yep, dead Tuesday. Oh, did I mention this is Taxi Vlog 415? I might as well say that before washing the car. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Here we are, 4:01 in the morning. It has been quite a strange and uneventful night, really. I'll tell you what happened. I got, early on in the shift, I got sent to an address that was a couple blocks away from the space where I like to sit. And I answered the call naturally. And I went there, and when I got there, I called on the phone the number that was attached to the call, and this girl answered and said, hello. And I told her I was a taxi, I'm right outside. And she said, we got one already. I said, really? She said, yeah, we got one already. You took too long. And she hung up the phone on me. The call was all of 3 minutes old. That was bizarre. And the rest of the night, people were okay. People were all right. People were agreeable. I had a good time taking people where they were going. So then, I fell asleep watching a monster movie, which is kind of par for the course these days. And the movie was called Bride of the Monster. It's one of those 1950s Ed Wood movies. I'm an Ed Wood fan. So here I am watching this Ed Wood movie and falling asleep to it. Then I get sent to the Fox, which is at the Red Lion Hotel. It's like the bar downstairs. But it's closed. It's 3:45. They close at like 1:30. So I called the number that goes with the call, and this guy says, there's a message saying that this person is not reachable right now. I say, okay, well, I call like a couple minutes later, and there's this guy that answers the phone, which is funny because it's a girl's name on the call. And I said, well, I'm at the Fox. Do you still need a cab here? And are you at the Fox or are you at the lobby? He says, yes, I need it. I'm at the lobby. I said, okay, I'll be right around. So I come around, and there's this guy standing by a garbage can, and he's messing around with cigarette butts or something, putting them together, or I don't know what. Well, and he's talking to himself. He's talking and talking and talking to himself, and he's staring off into the distance, and he's not looking at me. But then he starts looking at me and talking to himself. But he's making absolutely no move to come towards the car. So I'm figuring, that's a no-load. I go back to the parking lot to watch some more movie, or more of the movie. I'm near the end. I think I slept through, I guess, 1/3 of it in the middle. Doesn't matter. The story's quite predictable. And so, that could be a policeman behind me. So I'm going to move the phone down here for a moment and take a look and see that it's not a policeman. So anyway. What happened after that? Well, I got another call, and I took that one to where it was going. These nights are kind of uneventful. They're kind of boring, actually. But I'm making a bit of money, and that's working out. I'm getting a lot more charges than I'm getting cash. So, yeah. So I'm getting a lot of charges. And a bit of cash. It's all good, though. If nothing happens this morning, the next 2 hours, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Thursday night. The Thursday night started out two fares right away. There was a concert going on downtown. The first fare took this couple to this concert, and the second fare, I was trying to escape from downtown and the general area, and I got sent on another call and took this other couple to the same concert. I forget the name of who was performing, but it was someone I had never heard of before. I'm guessing by the way the people were dressed, it was maybe country and western, something or other. I don't know. The night before ended up good at the end. It was quiet for a couple hours, and then, well, at the end I did well. After recording that segment yesterday, I had one after another, and it was busy in the morning. And then for quite a while there, I was doing very well. I was getting good fares, and they were one right after another, and it went like that till about midnight or so. I think it was busy between 10 and 1, something like that. And we're gonna have to make a kind of a U-turn here, because they put concrete things right in the middle of the road. So in order to get around them, you gotta do moves like this. See, there's a concrete thing again. We just went around it. And now we can resume our trip. We came that way. We're going this way. We just put all these stupid obstacles in the way. Looks like in between those thick clouds there is some blue sky this morning. It's just after 4:30. Last night, when it was getting dark, the whole south side was thick cloud. And it looks like it's still like that. So yeah, I was busy until about 1 or so, and then it quieted down, and I got to watch a couple of movies, and now it's not very busy either. And maybe I'll finish watching the movie I fell asleep watching before. Get back to you tomorrow unless something catastrophic like a trip to the airport happens. Haven't been to the airport at all this week. Not at all. I could use one this morning. That would be nice. Yeah. Well, here we are. It's about 10 minutes to 5, Saturday morning. I came to work and I was busy like crazy at the beginning. The early part of the night was super busy. And that super busyness was due to a concert. It was a concert downtown, and it was the Tragically Hip. Now, I had heard of the Tragically Hip, but I didn't know what they sounded like. I had no idea. I just never listened to the radio, and not myself anyway, and I never paid attention to what the announcers were saying because I wasn't listening to the radio anyway. But, you know, sometimes some kids want to play the radio in the cab, and I sort of grudgingly say, all right, fine, I'll put the radio on. So I put the radio on. And, you know, it plays whatever it plays. And I told a friend the other night that I didn't know what the Tragically Hip sounded like, because he said that he had tickets for it. And he said, well, let me find a track that you've probably heard. And he found a track and played it on his phone. And to me, I thought, oh, it's generic crap, you know. I said, oh, thank you. Now I know what they sound like. Nothing special to me, but apparently they're very popular. Why is it that it's usually stuff that's not really that good that gets popular? And the really good stuff, or what I consider to be the really good stuff, doesn't really catch on. I don't know. Is it just me, or I don't know. Anyway, so much for the Tragically Hip. I took a few people down to the show. I had a few fares that went there, and I picked up one or two afterwards. People who had been to the show, and they said it was awesome. They said it was great. Well, I don't know. I wasn't there, I didn't see it. Apparently there was a lot of ticket scalping going on, and there were a lot of people who couldn't afford to go because of the show sold out right away, and people were profiteering, selling tickets at a much higher price than what they originally would cost. And I don't know. That's I guess how profiteering works. You make a profit on somebody else's, somebody else's inability to get the thing, and they want it so badly that they'll pay top dollar for it. Whatever. I think I've changed the subject. What I'm getting at is this. I was busy the first half of the night. Until midnight, I did not stop. Then around midnight, I started getting calls that were, well, kind of bogus, in that I was sent to go get people somewhere, and when I'd get there, I'd call them, and they'd say, we got a taxi already. And I had a few of those cancellations or no-shows. I would get there, I would call, and nobody would answer the phone, then I would get a canceled message on my MDT right after that. So I had some frustrating times between around, I'd say 12 and 1 o'clock or so. Or 12 and, 1. After 1, it started getting better. I had some good trips, though. I mean, earlier on when it was busy, I had some really awesome trips. So I can't complain about those. And in general, it was pretty good. Although, after 2 o'clock, it kind of died for me. And that's okay. I was being sent out to I cleared in the Western communities, and I make a point of not taking other calls out there when I had dropped out there already. So now I'm just coming back, or actually I'm driving around in circles. My favorite part of town. And yeah, it got quiet in the morning hours. I did catch about an hour of sleep. And I'm going to go back to my little parking spot again and maybe watch a movie. I got about an hour to go. That should be just about right. And, well, you know, I hope yours is better than mine. On this 23rd of July in the morning. It's really great when a customer says, "You're the best cab driver I've ever had." That means I'm doing something right.